All right, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. I'm Johan, Phoenix Magazine Marketing Director. This is my good friend Matt, who is our digital director.
You know, I think some people might be listening to this in like 3 a.m. sometimes.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. On your way back from drinking some beers and you want to hear about more beers.
Do you consider that morning or nighttime?
For me, that's
3
morning.
a.m. Okay.
For me, that's morning.
Me too.
I'm a morning guy. I wake up early. I go to bed early. I drink during the day.
That's right.
We're
if
very
you drink
excited.
late, sometimes, man, that hangover hits a lot worse if you're drinking late, right?
For sure. I think, being in Arizona and considering that 8 or 9 months out of the year, the weather is perfect for day drinking, it makes sense that that's kind of the natural circadian rhythm of our drinking that we adopt. But yeah, we're very excited to be here doing another beer review. Today's beer is the very delightful False Promises Hazy IPA from our good friends at Fate Brewing.
Fate was at Dish Fest.
Fate was at Dish Fest.
In February.
They were a hit. A lot of people loved the beers they had there. Fate is another one of my favorite breweries in Arizona, mostly because I love their food. I love their patio.
At the South Scottsdale location.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even the Tempe location is also terrific.
Totally.
Tempe location, I think, has like $5 pizzas on Tuesdays or something like that. Like it's.
Let's see, what day is it?
Yeah. But False Promises is a good hazy IPA that they do. Fate does a lot of great beers. Also, a lot of different styles they tend to run into. They've done some hoppy sours in the past. I remember their single hop sours that they did with Citra and with Mosaic hops. They have their best beer, in my opinion, their most popular beer is their Candy Bar Milk Stout that they release every fall. Basically a Snickers in a can. It's so good. They do variations of that. It's just a great brewery, good beers, good people, good vibes.
I'm glad you mentioned that Candy Bar Milk Stout. It seems like about 10 years ago I first was introduced to this Candy Bar Milk Stout. And over the years, I think I've had it every year since then, it seems like the recipe improves every single year. Maybe it's just that whole, you've been away from it for so long that it gets better because of the anticipation of it.
Yeah,
so very smart if they do it that way, but that's a beer that, man, I would love to have on every single day of the year if they could.
I think they do a good job of building that anticipation. They, tell everybody when that's going to get released, so everyone gets real excited. Yeah. People line up. People get, they get there to buy their cans. You can buy them in cases. Like it's a big release. It's a big day for the Arizona beer community.
It's one of my favorite beers in all of Arizona.
Yeah, they do. They've done some variations in the past. They did like an Almond Joy variation with like coconut in the past. That was really good. And it's just a tasty beer. But today we're trying the False Promises.
So False Promises, one of their it's their main hazy IPA. Don't get it confused with. They have a couple other F-name beers on the menu.
Yep, they have
Fateful and Fatality.
Fatality is their like super hot bomb. It's like the 128 IBUs.
I love that on the menu. It's like too many hops to handle or something like that.
That's right. And then their Fateful is like their standard West Coast IPA. And then they have the False Promises.
So hazy IPA brewed with Chinook and Falconer's Flight hops. That's just fun to say, Falconer's Flight.
Falconer's Flight.
It's another, couple
super
other
smooth.
F beers,
Super smooth.
F hops.
In the tasting notes, they talk about having a kind of a hop-forward flavor, but then without that sort of lingering aftertaste. I would say that's spot on.
Double dry hop in the Falconer's Flight and the Chinook hops. Brewer's note also says outstanding drinkability. I'd agree with that.
For sure.
Good fruity, like juiciness on the back end there.
Yeah, and it's not like a lot of other hazies that are like super juicy, which I'm a fan of, but I know some people who are
where
usually...
it's almost like thick.
It's almost like a pulpy
kind of flavor. Yeah.
I think this one's a nice balance of the two. I think they do a good job of kind of reaching that balance of the juiciness and the the hazy part of it.
Yeah, it's right there on the sweet spot. It's not
right.
too light. Sometimes they'll go lighter too.
Totally.
A lighter, like a light hazy IPA is not really my wheelhouse. It almost tastes like flavored water sometimes. But this is, yeah, like you said, right in the sweet spot. 6.2%, 35 IBU.
Super easy to drink.
For your people who don't want that bitterness in their beer.
Yep.
So you mentioned Candy Bar Milk Stout. Their most popular beer on Untapped.
I know.
So there you go, guys. Fate, bring it back year round. Maybe do it like
it's
every
tough to
6
drink.
months. Maybe bring it back
Yeah.
in April or something, right?
It's tough to drink a beer like that in the summer when it's hot.
Sure.
At least for me, if it's hot out, I'm looking for something a little juicier, a little more refreshing.
Yeah.
Your lagers, your hazies, your sours, things like that. But on a cold night, a can of that Candy Bar Milk Stout,
that range
especially
of
after dinner.
December to February.
Yeah, sitting around
Maybe
a
I should
fire
just
pit.
hang on to those and not just
There you
drink
go.
them all right away. in
Buy it,
October.
keep an extra 4-pack, tucked away somewhere, and that way you can wean yourself off over
There you go.
for the course
There
of
you
a
go.
few months. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Fate. If you haven't been, you got to check it out.
Yeah, cool dog-friendly patio at the South
sure.
Scottsdale location. It's right down the street from our office. So we go all the time and bring the dog, bring the kids. They have cornhole out there on the patio.
They also have a really cool private event space in the back.
Sure.
That I've done like birthday dinners at, and it's cool. Always good service.
Yeah, big
very friendly
wraparound bar
people.
on the
Yep.
inside. Lots of TVs if you're into sports.
Yeah, and even in the summer, they got those
Yeah.
sprinklers going, so those misters going. So even the covered patio in the summer is even, like you can even sit out there and enjoy it.
Sure.
It's not oppressively hot or anything. So, but yeah, I'm really hoping. I mean, they were at Dish Fest. I'm really hoping they come out to the Arizona Craft Beer Festival.
Fate's always got something new on the menu, which I appreciate too. Like you go there,
Yeah.
it might be obviously they have like that Hatch Chili Gatos beer.
Yep.
Really popular, and
It's like a light
different
lager
Yeah.
brewed with Hatch chilies, so it's got a little spice kick at the end. It's nice.
They really haven't
that
done
sort
a
of thing.
bad beer that I've had, and you can everything from an Irish ale to
Barley wine.
Yeah, your barley. Yeah, exactly.
Stouts, imperial stouts.
Yeah.
They what do they do? One I think called Shot in the Arm, or is that a different?
Shot in the
brewery?
arm is Fate. Yep.
Yep, that's really good. But yeah, they're gonna have a lot to come share with us at the Arizona Craft Beer Festival.
That's super good too. And a Fate beer too is not one of the more expensive ones that you might find in a bottle shop. This one only $4 at
Perfect.
Trevor's.
Perfect.
And I've seen some beers that are upwards of $7 or $8 per can.
Yeah.
So this one coming in at $4, it's a bargain. Like they should probably charge more for that, but I want to
Don't say that.
I won't twist their arm on that. Keep your beer prices low, and come out to the Craft Beer Fest.
That's right.
Where it's going to be you're going to pay, one price for all these
15,
tasting
I think
tickets.
15 drink tickets.
Yeah, we'll come up with that system. But anyone who's been to a beer fest knows you can get your money's worth, right?
For sure. We're going to be celebrating all of Arizona's best beers. We're going to have our Arizona Craft Beer Awards, which will be announced the day before, so you'll be able to come out and check out all the winners. We're doing it October 22nd out in the West Valley near the State Farm Stadium, the Cardinal Stadium, so you'll have to come out and join us in October. Check out azcraftbeer.com. Super easy to remember because what are you going to be drinking there? AZ Craft Beer.
That's right.
Boom.
It's all Arizona all the time.
That's right. So we're very excited. Check us out. Make sure you look us up on Instagram, YouTube. We're also doing this on the Phoenix Magazine podcast. So make sure you listen to us on there. If you would rather just hear us instead of looking at our beautiful faces.
That's right. I'll save
we
next
can do
time,
that.
I promise. He won't. but I
Don't do
will.
it. Don't do it. Just let it grow out. Summer beard.
Summer beard, I think that's an oxymoron, right?
No, that's what you got to do. You got to start now so that by the time it gets
By
cold.
that
It's
one
nice.
day it's cold, that I'll have my beer
Yeah.
ready for it.
Exactly.